I'm excited, you're excited. It's our favorite day of the week. We get to clean the bathroom. My name is Drew. I owned and operated a residential cleaning business for over 15 years. I learned some really cool tips and tricks along the way to help make cleaning the bathroom not feel like such a big chore. I'm going to show you those tips and tricks to make cleaning the bathroom a lot more straightforward, easy, simple, and effective. So we're going to go through the whole process. I'm going to show you mirrors, sinks and countertops, showers, tubs, toilet, and the floor. The first thing that I want to do is show you the equipment. What do I like to use when I'm cleaning a bathroom? Let's go ahead and start with the equipment that I have here. I've got gloves that I'll be using to protect my hands. I've got knee pads that will come in handy later. I've got multiple buckets that I'll be filling up with water and putting dirty towels in. For my cleaners, I've got a couple different bleaches here which will come in handy. I've got glass cleaner, sprayway glass cleaner, aerosol glass cleaner. I've got scrubbing bubbles for a degreaser for cleaning showers and tubs. I've got disinfectant cleaner, Lysol Mr. Clean. It kills bacteria. That's great for floors and showers. And then I've got wood cleaner here. If anybody has a wood floor, I'll be using that. Then I also have magic erasers. These are great for soap scum and any hard to remove items. And then I've got a brush here that I can use to get in grout and on the shower or floor, wherever I need it. And then I have a plastic bag that I will be putting all of my dirty towels in to keep everything nice and clean and organized. And then finally, I have towels. So I've got different types of towels here. I've got regular terry cloth that I use for most items, sinks, countertops, tubs, showers, whatever. And then I've got these other towels that have a stripe on them. These ones identify the jobs that I use that are more dirty, so around the toilets and the floors, they've got that stripe on them that identifies that's what these are used for. Now, I do bleach everything after I'm done cleaning, so these are all sanitized. However, still don't like the idea of using a towel that I used in the toilet or around the toilet or on the floor not too long ago, using that same towel on the sink the next week, even though it's clean. Let's jump into it. We're going to start with mirrors. So the first thing I like to do for a mirror is get everything out of the way. So if you're in the bathroom, I like to pull everything forward. If you got toothbrushes or whatever sitting on the counter here that's close to the mirror, I just pull everything out of the way. Now, for cleaning the mirrors, I like to use my sprayway glass cleaner, a towel, and then if there's any hard to remove items, I will use a magic eraser. So the first thing that I will do is get the sprayway onto the glass and get my towel ready. So I like to fold my towel into fourths, and then in an S pattern I can apply my sprayway here, and then if you see some more soiled spots, you can add a little extra there. Now let's go ahead and clean the mirror here. For my technique, I like to go back and forth in a swooping motion, and I like to continue in the same direction as much as possible. This helps eliminate streaks. Back and forth, cleaning the entire mirror all the way down to the bottom. Now, if you have any spots that are hard to remove, you've got toothpaste and water spots, that's when the magic eraser comes in handy. Just get it a little wet and back and forth again, scrubbing those hard to remove spots off of there. Dry it off again in a back and forth motion. That will help you keep it from streaking, all right? Then I unfold it and refold it so I have a more dry part of the towel, and you can go back and forth until the mirror is completely clean and dry. And some final tips on mirrors. Again, when you're scrubbing the mirror and cleaning it initially, you can go in whichever direction you want. But when you're doing that final finish, that final polish on it, if you go in the same direction, back and forth or up and down, whichever way you choose, the same direction helps eliminate streaks. Then once you're finished, you want to come look at the mirror from different angles. If there are any spots, that helps them pop out a lot of times. And then I could also turn off the light and again, come look at the mirror at different angles. The change in lighting helps some of those spots pop out as well. So that's it on mirrors. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and start with sinks and countertops. The first thing that you want to do is clean everything up, get everything out of the way. Cool, so everything's clean and out of the way. Now for these sinks and countertops, I'm going to be using a magic eraser, my scrubbing bubbles here, and a towel as well. Spray everything down. Now, for your magic eraser, you just get it wet, wring it out, and then go around and scrub. So that's pretty simple and straightforward. The pro tip when it comes to cleaning a bathroom is drying everything. When you get these items wet, the sink and the faucet, anything that's got a stainless steel or finish to it, if you don't dry it off, those water spots are going to be really apparent. So go back after you've scrubbed everything, dry everything off, and that's what really makes everything on the countertop shine. Cool, so that is it on the sinks and countertops. Just be sure to go back and dry everything. That's what gives it that good shine. Let's go ahead and move on. Now we're on to showers and tubs. These can pose some additional challenges because of the grout. If you have any soap scum, mildew, or mold, that can create another problem or additional cleaning. The first thing that I like to do for a shower or tub is get everything out of it and then spray it and hose it down and get it ready for cleaning. So for my shower and tub, at this point, I typically put my knee pads on because once I'm done cleaning the shower walls, I'm going to clean the tub. And for that, I'm going to get on my knees and I want to protect my knees. When I use the proper protection, I can really get through it a lot quicker because I can squat, lunge, dip, move around a lot faster, and then I don't have the hard tile and floor banging on my knees. Then I am going to additionally put my gloves on at this point. And I've also got my bucket here, which I will be filling up with water to really give the walls a good scrub down. My two items here, I'm going to be using a magic eraser and I'm going to be using my scrubbing bubbles. This is one of those dense magic erasers. It's not the big fluffy ones. These ones don't rip and tear apart as easily. So these are a lot better for showers and tubs and things that have built up soap scum and hard to remove grease and dirt and debris. All right, gloves on. Let's get everything hosed down. A lot of times for that, what I like to do is use the shower head and I just turn that on and I spray down the shower here. Get everything nice and loosened up. I'm going to fill up my bucket with hot water here. And at this point, I'm also going to use the scrubbing bubbles and spray down the walls of the shower. There you go. So in the amount of time it took me to spray down the walls, I've got the bucket filled up. So my bucket is here in the tub. I'm simply going to dip my magic eraser in it, get it nice and wet, and then go for the shower walls. So on the shower walls, I like to start high, go back and forth, scrubbing down. Now, when I think about showers and tubs, I think about surface area. This magic eraser is going to swipe back and forth on the entire surface area of anything that's got tile or any fiberglass, whatever the bathroom is made of. This magic eraser is going to swipe back and forth on it. And I just go top to bottom. Now, my wife and I are good about cleaning the bathroom every other week or so. But if you had any mold or mildew, anything in the grout, this is where the brush comes in handy. And you can brush in between the tiles and get anything out that's built up. And honestly, soap scum, this pink mold, and buildup can really happen in a week. It can happen very quickly. So just because I clean all the time doesn't mean that that stuff won't build up. Okay, so there we are. We've scrubbed down all of the walls. Okay, now it is time to clean the tub. Again, for the tub, I've got my magic eraser. I do have my brush if I need it. First thing I like to do is swoop my hands through here now that I've got my gloves on. Grab the hair, if there's any hair balls, throw those in the trash. Now, the scrubbing bubbles here works great for soap scum in a tub. So I just go around and give it a nice good spray there. And then again, it's surface area. starting at the top and working my way down and around the tub, I'm going to scrub the entire surface area of the tub. So now that that's all done, I'm going to take my bucket here and just dump the water to rinse everything around the tub. And then finally, I'm just going to fill this up because I'm going to need a bucket of hot water for when it comes time to clean the floor. Now what I'm going to do is actually turn on the shower head again and use this. Not everybody has this shower head that's got the hose on it, but I'm just going to use it to spray everything down and rinse everything. Cool, the shower is clean and rinsed. Now I'm just going to take a dry towel here, go back and forth to dry everything off, dry off the stainless steel here to make it give it that nice shine that I talked about earlier. And then we are almost done here with the shower, except for putting everything back in it. All right, so I dried the walls down. At this point, I've got a couple dirty, wet towels. I'm going to take my bag here, my extra bucket. I'm just going to put the bag in the bucket, fold the edges of the bag around the bucket, and now I've got an easy receptacle here to throw my towels in. Then when I'm all done, everything's neat in a bag, so I'm not dealing with a big mess here. So I keep this set aside here. Any other dirty towels that I have will go in the bucket. Let's move on. Now we're on to the toilet. I think I speak for everybody when I say, oh, this is my favorite job. So for a toilet here, I can use scrubbing bubbles, you can use bleach, whichever you prefer. Just remember that if you spray bleach on a toilet seat, sometimes it can bleach that toilet seat, so it will have spots on it. So never let the bleach sit on there too long. So as you see, I'm giving a generous spray here with the scrubbing bubbles. Again, like I told you, I have my towels here with the stripe down them that I'm going to use for the toilet. Again, pretty much surface area you're thinking about with the toilet. And with the toilet, you want to work top down here. This little device here on the toilet is a child lock. You push that in, you can't lift up the toilet. So that's what that is. And I'm working top down here. Depending on your toilet and how soiled it is, you may not want to do this just quite yet if it has urine or anything else on it. But our toilet's pretty clean. People don't typically pee on it, so there's not a lot of stuff here. So I'm just going around the toilet, cleaning again all the surface area with the towel here. So now we start getting into the actual toilet, the top side of the lid, the top side of the seat, the bottom side of the seat, and then finally the actual base of the toilet. Now again, I've got my knee pads on, so I'm here leaning and I don't feel a thing. It feels great actually on my knees. And then around, there we go. So at this point, I'm going to flush the toilet here. Now for the inside of the tub, I will use some bleach here. I'm just going to spray that in there. And then I will use a brush. Now you could also use a towel if you want, or better yet, if you have any spots that are caked on, which is gross, but you can use a piece of paper, toilet paper. So that could work too. And then simply just flush that at the end. There we go. Just let this drain off, give it a tap. And then we're back in the base. And then I shut the lid. I'll let that sit for 15 minutes because it's got the bleach in it. It will sanitize anything. Then I will flush it again. That's toilets, really, in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and move on. So for my next stage here, we're going to do the floors. I've got my towels here. Just plop them in there. I've got my floor cleaner. This is Mr. Clean. You got Lysol floor cleaner. They all disinfect, kill up to 99.9% of bacteria, and they smell delightful. And I am just going to show you how I do that here. I get them nice and wet, mix everything around, so I've got a nice solution here. It foams up. And when I pull them out here, I wring them out. And I don't wring them out until they're bone dry, but I wring them out so they're not dripping. There is no dripping when I'm shaking here, so they are not dripping. And at this point, you just want to clean all the surface area of the floor, so you want to get down around the toilet, around anything that you have. Move things out of the way, wipe back behind them, and repeat. So the floor, it's nothing magic. Really, the big tip on the floor is to have your towels so they're not bone dry, but they're not dripping wet when you shake them. If they are that wet and you feel the need to get them that wet, just dry as you go. And then wear your knee pads, because when you're wearing your knee pads, you can really just get down on your hands and knees here and swipe back and forth, and you want to clean your way out. So that wasn't a good example of how I did it in front of me. What I'll do is I will clean my way out. So I'll put the bucket behind me, and then I will scrub my way out of the bathroom, and then this ultimately is really the final step when it comes to the bathroom here. We're swiping. One thing you will do in the bathroom here, I can show you, is you go in a swooping motion. Let me show you that with the camera here. When you're mopping, you mop up and then down, and you create a kind of a C pattern with your hand, and you scoop. You scoop as you go, and then that brings all of the dirt into the center of the towel as you are cleaning and exiting the bathroom. Whew, I actually worked up a sweat there. So cleaning is actually good exercise. So again, my name is Drew. That's how you clean a bathroom from the top to bottom. If you got some questions, let me know. Otherwise, if you like DIY around the house stuff, check out some of my other videos. I'll see you in the next one.